Here it is, the inside of the Innsmouth Museum. It looks enchanting, Mr. Mayor.
I'm glad to see you're impressed, Mr. Graham, and that you decided to visit Innsmouth after all. But as you can see, the museum is currently going through challenging times. Due to a rotting roof in most of the halls, there's a lot of moisture. We had to remove the most valuable exhibits to protect them from mold.
It's a bit chilly in here, but don't worry. My foundation has restored buildings in worse condition. Dr. Krauss, how do you find the local exhibits? Aren't they treasures?
Oh, are you asking me? I'm thrilled! I can't wait to start my work here. I'll instruct my team to conduct an additional inventory.
Mr. Graham, the museum is on the brink of closure. I would even dare to compare this place to an old and ailing horse that's better off being put down to end its suffering. Most private collectors have far superior collections than what you can find here. Are you sure you're ready to take on its restoration and upkeep? It's madness.
I know what I'm doing. They've called me worse names, my friend. Give me some time, and your town will be known for more than just the cheapest brothels. Thank you for your time, Mr. Mayor. I won't keep you any longer. Dr. Kruger and I will explore the museum, and if his assessment is positive, my lawyer will deliver all the necessary documents to you tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. You're the only patron who has shown interest in Innsmouth cultural heritage. I'm just not sure what you are expecting to find in this place, but that's your business now.
Brain, you're a terrific actor.
I'm sorry, Head. I thought we agreed that my nickname is Kruger, not Kraus.
Don't worry. I believe this museum building will be perfect for the moths.
What? What's happening? This building is about to collapse! Gosh!
Keep your composure. It's just a minor earthquake. These things happen in Innsmouth. I visited this town with my father when I was young.
As you say, Head. But what was that noise?
You need to get out of the laboratory more often, Brain. I'm sure it's just a ship's siren leaving Innsmouth Harbor. Gather your people and see what interesting exhibits the moths can find here.
Greetings, Ed. There is something we need to discuss.
What happened? You look all dirty.
It's better to discuss matters in private. Brain, aren't you supposed to be dealing with test tubes in the basement or something?
Cease your bickering, gentlemen. We don't keep secrets from one another. Remember what the code states. Knowledge is light. Moths fly toward the light.
All right. Lotus and I visited the village, as per your orders. Many of the residents there are not in their right minds. They refuse to talk to me. As night fell, we followed a group of fishermen dressed in rags who were heading towards the shore. They were mumbling something about the heart of the sea and carrying sacks. Approaching the ocean, they boarded a boat and dropped those sacks near some sort of huge rock sticking out from the surface of the ocean. A thunderstorm began, and the fishermen returned to the village. Lotus and I decided to use the same boat to get a closer look at the rock. Suddenly, as we approached the boat, attackers emerged from nowhere. There were many more of them, and I can swear they were inhuman. We had to flee, and something very strange happened there. I'm certain it was some kind of cult ritual, but I have no idea who those attackers were.
Calm down, Hand. You did everything right. Don't jump to conclusions.
Gosh! Hand, why couldn't you have observed them more closely? What if they remember you?
He did everything right. Go get some rest. You've done a great job. Tomorrow morning, assemble a larger group from our society members and head back to the protrusion. Brain will also provide some of his people. For now, let's disperse and rest.
And now this is truly strange. The moon didn't disappear by morning. Why has it turned red-pink? I don't like this, Head.
I agree. My wise father has records of this in his journals. Let's wait for Hand and his team.
Here's the rock the fishermen were talking about.
My people are already examining it. And it's not just a rock. It's a monolith. I can't say yet what the monolith was doing at the bottom of the ocean, but it's definitely not a simple rock. It's covered in symbols of an ancient language. But that's not the strangest part. Inside the monolith, we detected signs of a very powerful force, the nature of which I'll need to investigate further. And I can't wait to begin my research. Head, if this monolith holds any secrets, I will uncover them. I never tire of repeating, there are no unknowable things if you're willing to accept that the answer may be far more insane.
Go ahead, Brain. Do your magic. Now, regarding the moon. According to my father's journals, the bloody moon is a sign of a new era approaching. An era of a new order and the coming of the elder gods. My father didn't speak idly, so
I have already heard this from a local. Though they may not be talkative, I can get anyone talking. The local claims to have seen amphibious people with bulging eyes and scales all over their bodies. He says they are messengers of the gods.
please try to avoid using force whenever possible. You know I don't encourage it. So, this is no longer mere gossip or jokes. We stand on the brink of something great and incomprehensible. What's happening now, what everything is leading to, was one of my father's greatest fears. He hoped this day would never come. But I'm ready to face this battle. I won't shame the memory of my grandfather and father. We need to establish ourselves in Innsmouth and set up our headquarters here. Please go visit the mayor and inform him that the museum is already under restoration. But before that, we need new people. Volunteers who are eager to uncover the truth. New Moths members.
Who's here? As you wish. Come again, if you don't die. Head, it's good that you're here. We haven't been able to decipher the inscriptions yet. The ancient language specialist insists that these symbols don't resemble any known language. It's a dead language older than Sumerian. That's not all. We were fortunate to discover something very peculiar. Something inside the monolith emits low-frequency pulses in a binary rhythm. The nature of these pulses is completely incomprehensible to us.
Bad news, sir. The new recruit didn't return on time. I sent a search party to assist him. Unfortunately, when the search party found him, it was too late. He was already lifeless. We brought his body here to honor his contribution to our cause and bid him farewell with honors.
Poor soul. After death, his face froze in an inhumane grimace from the horrors he witnessed on his journey. Good folks, please prepare a pyre for the cremation of the unfortunate.
What's happening? Take cover. Is it over? I think we have nothing more to fear. I've never seen anything like this before.
Look at the face of the deceased. It's no longer distorted by an inhuman grimace. Perhaps, crazy as it may sound, the monolith absorbed all the horror he experienced.
Brain, your hypothesis is not crazy at all. My father wrote about it in his journals. This artifact consumes the fear and dreadful pain experienced by humans. In return, it provides immense power that can be harnessed. Didn't you just witness that?
Head, we need to study it in more detail before using it. We don't fully understand what we're dealing with.
Brain, look outside at the blood moon. Isn't that a sign? What if the monolith is our only salvation from the cosmic threat looming over this doomed town? What if we have to fight the elders, fight the very gods? Gods whose mere thought drives the most experienced members of our secret society insane.
You can count on me. I'm with you to the end.